Engines running, no air going through their radiators to cool them. In the hot weather, that's always a problem. Water temperature rises quite fast on these racing cars when they're sitting still. And of course, they're also liable to keep the car in gear, and the clutch can start to heat up too because it's dragging a little bit. And that's always a problem if you get a overheated clutch on the line. Looking a little bit ragged coming in. They're just about all round.
63 laps then, 197 miles. Remember the heat, over 30 degrees. Remember this bumpy circuit. On the left of your picture is Prost. On the right of your picture in the front row, Gilles Villeneuve. And we are expecting the Ferraris to have tyre trouble because they had a lot in practice. Watch those lights. Derek Ongaro, the Englishman, starting the Brazilian Grand Prix. Watch for green and go. The Brazilian Grand Prix is on. Coming through very well is Keke Rosberg, but it's Villeneuve into the lead with René Arnoux up into second place. Down into fourth position goes Alain Prost, and it is Villeneuve, this tremendously gutsy French-Canadian driver who is leading away in the turbocharged Ferrari. This car weighs 595 kilograms in comparison with the lower weight limit, and it's Keke Rosberg in second place. Rosberg, the Finnish driver, in the very lightweight Williams, and he's going right up alongside Villeneuve on lap one. It's a challenge now between the Ferrari and then the two Renaults of Prost and Arnoux.
Well, it's a great opening series of corners by Keke Rosberg, but unfortunately I think he made a tactical error because he's in trying to go around the outside going onto the straight, and the turbos have swallowed him up on the straight. He didn't get out of that corner quickly because he was trying to deal with Villeneuve, which was over-ambitious, but he drove. It was fantastic effort getting where he did into the first corner and then passing the Renault into the second corner, but he's battling away. But he really has got a problem now that the turbos can get their feet down on the straights.
So it's turbos first, second and third. Ferrari leads with Villeneuve in second position. It looks like René Arnoux. Very difficult to identify the two Renaults with their drivers in white helmets. Yes, it's Arnoux second. Prost is in third position. Keke Rosberg in the first normally aspirated engine car. They complete lap one, and look at the tyre marks from wheel spin. And there is Nelson Piquet coming up through the field. Arnoux second, Prost third. Then it's Nelson Piquet and Patrese in fifth and seventh positions. And Didier Pironi is well up in the second of the two Ferraris on lap two. Now, how long are the Michelin tyres, or the Goodyear tyres? I'd forgotten for a moment that Ferrari have changed their tyre allegiance this year. So Villeneuve really pressing on. The two Renaults, which have actually got better chassis this year than the Ferrari, notwithstanding the fact that the English engineer Harvey Postlethwaite left the Fittipaldi team last year to go to Ferrari and design a new carbon fibre chassis for them, and that is what Villeneuve, the leader, is in.
Yes, well, I was just watching them come down the straight there because it's quite interesting to me to have a look, see how the Ferrari is, if the Ferrari has a slight power advantage, because Prost was ideally placed coming onto the straight to attack. Or was it Arnoux? I've got the same problem. Yes, it's René Arnoux in second place. It's very antisocial of these two drivers to wear the same coloured helmet. But so that establishes the problem that Villeneuve is going to be very hard to pass.
Well, just let's get this clear for you watching, that Prost has got red numbers. Alain Prost has got red numbers on his Renault, and Arnoux has got blue numbers. But it's still Villeneuve leading, Arnoux second, Prost is third, Rosberg is fourth, Piquet or Patrese. Piquet is fifth, then Pironi is in sixth position, and Riccardo Patrese is in seventh place. So both the Brabhams on lap 3 out of 63 are still in contention. And round the left-hander there, number 27, Gilles Villeneuve, who finished second in the World Championship a couple in 1979 in the T5 Ferrari. Then he switched to this turbo last year. And look at the way the two Renaults are bunching up. And René Arnoux, the man who is in second place, actually won the Brazilian Grand Prix in 1980, albeit at a different circuit. So Arnoux, Prost is third. Look at Rosberg, and there is Piquet coming out of Rosberg's slipstream and challenging for fourth position. Piquet, the Brazilian, with 80,000 fervent cheering countrymen egging him on from the grandstands, is determined to do well, naturally, with his World Championship at stake. And it's Patrese in fourth position. It's Patrese ahead of, wrong identification for which I apologise, Riccardo Patrese ahead of his teammate Piquet. And Patrese, of course, is driving in his first race in a Ford Cosworth engine-powered Brabham, because although he drove in South Africa, it was in the Brabham Turbo. And we're now completing lap 3. Villeneuve leads, Arnoux second, Prost is third, Patrese is fourth, Rosberg is in fifth position, and Piquet will be in sixth place. And Didier Pironi has spun off. You can't see it, but we've seen it across the circuit, that Didier Pironi has spun off in the second of the two Ferraris and is down to 13th place. Now, I wonder where Niki Lauda is. You can see that the producer here in Brazil is rightly concentrating on this terrific scrap on lap 4 out of 63, with the mountains shimmering in the background on the first 5 or 6 men. And incidentally, what a contrast to last year, 1981, when it was hot here, but very wet and thoroughly miserable. No change. You can see Niki Lauda is in about 10th position. I saw the Marlboro car, the MP4, coming down the straight towards us there. And Lauda will not be worried about that too much, I suspect, because it is said that it's going to be a miracle if all the turbos finish, not only because of the heat, which doesn't suit them all that well, although you wouldn't think so at the moment, but because of the tyres as well. And as I said earlier on, Lauda is brilliant at pacing himself.